So we'll begin with with a bolster underneath the knees, that blanket roll along the back, maybe a pillow under the head if that feels okay. And just feel the back, those shoulder blades kind of sinking on the sides of the blanket. Give your legs a break on the bolster, let them rest. And sometimes when we use like props, it doesn't always feel that different, but it's more of just like a metaphor that we're supported. And if we can be physically supported in our practice, we can bring that energy to be supported emotionally, mentally, spiritually in our lives off of the mat. So give yourself the time and the exploration. These opening few minutes of class to let these support you, to adjust it to what you need. Maybe you make the blanket roll smaller, or you even remove it. You might put the roll under the neck. Allow yourself to be supported this morning. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Under the neck is sometimes just right. Maybe close the eyes. Relax the palms. Let the tops of the legs relax into the backs of the legs, into the bolster and the floor. And with these props here to support us physically, maybe we bring to mind a time in our life, maybe it's now, maybe it's previous, when we felt really supported emotionally or mentally or spiritually or physically. Maybe we felt supported on all levels at the same time. Maybe it was kind of one was more supported than another. But bring it to mind. And feel that support in your body. What did it feel like when you were physically supported? What did it feel like when you were emotionally supported? Or mentally supported? Or emotionally supported? Remember that feeling, bring that feeling into your space. Feel it at the cellular level. Feel it in your bones. Feel it in your heart space. Now with our hands at our side, maybe palms towards the sky. As we inhale, let's just open our hands. And exhale, close the fingers into the palms. Inhale, open the hands. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just continue with your natural breath, maybe opening and closing the palms. Being open and receptive to bringing that support into our lives again. If it feels like it's lacking, just bringing that in. Drawing it in. And one more breath in. And on your exhale, just gently kind of move over to the side so we can remove that blanket from the back. Maybe bring the blanket over the legs if you don't have a blanket covering you already. Maybe just lay that blanket on your chest. Bring the back flat on the floor. And let's inhale, sweep the arms up and back overhead. Reach the fingertips past the top of the mat. The arms are kind of flat on the ground, or maybe just hovering, and then sweep them across the sky. Maybe bring palms down to the ground beside you. Yep, and then inhale up and over. And let's do that a couple more times. Exhale to bring the hands down, and we'll inhale to sweep the arms up. Now next time we bring those arms up overhead, pause with the arms up and over. And then exhale, bring the hands out to the side so they're out like a T. Palms up. And then let's exhale to bring the right arm over the chest, and that left hand comes either on the right shoulder or on the right bicep or elbow. And just let the weight of the hand hold that right arm across the chest, and maybe you feel a stretch across the shoulder blade and across the shoulder. Maybe you glance over that right shoulder or up to the sky. Breathe in. And then exhale, draw that right arm back out like a T. So the back of the hand on the ground, arms are both out like a T now. And then drape the left hand across the chest, and the right hand comes either to the elbow, the bicep, or the shoulder. And let that weight of the hand kind of open across the shoulder again on the other side. We breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Breathe into the shoulder. And breathe into support. And let's exhale to let that left hand come out like a T again. Bring the right arm out so both arms are like a T. Let's lift the hips so maybe the low back is flat on the ground. If there was a little arch in that low back, so bring the low back to the ground. And then exhale, draw the knees off the bolster, off the cushion, into the chest. And then rock side to side if you want, or just draw those knees in. And then on an exhale, maybe bring the nose towards the knees. The shoulder blades they probably do lift off the floor, but maybe those shoulder blades up, nose to the knees, maybe rock over and back. Now exhale, lower the shoulder blades onto the ground with those knees side by side. Drop them over to the right side. Maybe the knees stack, maybe they don't. You might have the left knee kind of near the right foot, but just drop the knees to the side, a little twist with the left arm out to the side. If you have that blanket, maybe you place the blanket between the knees if that feels good. The left hand can be on the hip or the ribs. Exhale. And exhale. When you're ready, bring the knees back to the middle. Hug them into your chest. Maybe lift the shoulder blades off the floor, nose to the knees, curl up like a little ball. And lower the shoulder blades down, and then drop the knees over to the left. Maybe the arms are like a T, maybe they're not. You might have, sometimes I like to extend my right arm up over in the same direction as the crown of my head to stretch out the armpit and the side body. So really, there's no rules here. We can bring our arm wherever we want. We're feeling into our body and we're supporting ourselves with our practice. And we're journeying further down the road of self-awareness and self-realization as we tune into our truth and we align with ourselves. One more breath in. And then arrange those arms however is going to support you in bringing those knees back to the middle. And when you get those knees in the middle, if you want, you can bring your blanket over your feet. And then we're going to extend the feet to the sky. It's really fun if you have the blanket on the feet because then it kind of looks like those Halloween sheet ghosts, the easiest Halloween costume known to man. But let those feet be to the sky. Those legs rest. The blanket also keeps the feet warm on days like today. And maybe the arms are up overhead, maybe the arms are out to the side. We're just gonna let these legs rest. Maybe they sway back and forth or forward and back. Maybe you make some circles with the feet. Getting some rotation in that sacrum, some movement, mobility. Really nice, guys. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let's bend the knees. Our next move might be a little easier without a blanket on the feet, so let's send the feet to the sky. Maybe covering our chest with the blanket, staying warm, feet to the sky. And now let's bring that left heel down. Maybe it's about 45 degrees, and then that right foot leg is straight. Yeah, and then switch places. The right leg goes down, the left leg comes up. It's like we're skiing across the ceiling. So at your own pace, just cross-country ski across your ceiling. Draw the low back down and that low belly in. So that kind of activates the core and it really changes things. So move at your own pace. Sliding across the sky. Now one more time, forward and back for each foot. And then meet with those feet side by side. Now bend the knees, bring the hands on the outside of the knee or maybe behind the knee. Let's drop the knees apart. So the knees are towards the edges of the mat, feet are wide. Now let's point and flex the feet with our knees wide. You can even make some ankle rolls, but getting some mobility in those ankles. Breathe. Nice, guys. Now bring the knees together at the chest, hug the left knee in, and then this is kind of fun. You can move that bolster out of the way. You can push it out of the way, off the blocks so you can topple over, and then extend that right leg long. Let the right leg hover over the ground. So maybe the heel is hovering over the earth, activating the low belly, drawing the left knee in. Really push through that right heel, reaching that right leg long. So the top of that right leg, that quad, is really active. And we're supporting ourselves with that low back on the ground. Draw the belly down. And now exhale, switch. So right knee comes to the chest. Left leg reaches long, the left leg hovers. Breathing in and out. And now let's let go of the hand off of the knee. So the right knee is still hugged in, arms out to the side. Now let's bring the right leg long, left knee in, and then the right knee in, left leg out. Now let's go maybe a little quicker to build some heat. And going back and forth. Breathing in when the knee comes in, out when the knee goes out. In and out, knees into the chest and out. Feeling that low belly active side body, maybe heating up. One more time with each knee to the chest. And now exhale to place the feet on the floor. Let out a breath, relax the stomach. Let everything relax. And then let's lift those hips. So we tilt the pelvis so the low back's on the floor again. If you had that blanket on the chest, let's move it off to the side. Now with the feet on the ground, maybe hip distance apart, maybe you like them a little closer to the glutes or the buttermilk biscuits or a little further away. We're gonna go into a bridge flow. So let's exhale to lift those hips up, pressing the glutes up. You can shimmy the shoulders under the chest and pause at the top. And then lower down. Exhale, drive those glutes up. Try to keep the knees straight or not falling in when you lift. And then lower down. Exhale, drive those glutes up, hips lift. Pause at the top of the heart, a little bit higher than the head. And then lower down. Last time, exhale, lifting the hips to the sky. Maybe this time we interlace the hands underneath, onto the floor. Lifting the hips just a little higher. And then lower down, letting go. At the bottom, we can hug one knee into the chest at a time, maybe both knees in together. And rock side to side, getting some blood flow in that low back. And now up to you. Maybe you want to rock back and forth and roll up to stand, or maybe you're not as confident in that little trick and you want to roll over to one side and meet in standing. So however you want to get there, but give yourself some time to play and explore. And then finding your way to standing, and we're going to meet in standing together. Maybe when you get there, you want to do your little hula hoop and kind of get some mobility in those hips, move the hips around. Maybe you want to reach side to side. So when you get to standing, really just check in and see what's going to support you from transitioning from floor to standing. Bring that into your space. Do some of those moves. My nephews are also the ones that say moves. Did you learn any new moves? So whatever move you need, bring it into your space. And now let's ground together. Bring the feet maybe under the hips. Maybe the feet are wide. Whatever's going to be really stable for you. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. We press the thumb knuckles into the heart. Yeah. Let's feel the beating of our heart in our hands. Let's hold ourselves in our hands. Imagine ourselves supporting ourselves with our practice today. That's what our practice is for. Now maybe visualizing everybody on the screen. Feeling our hearts beating as one for our practice. Aligning and feeling this pulse that connects us all to each other. This beautiful love that we cultivate together every week. Let's inhale, reach our hands to the sky. Maybe a slight back bend if it feels good. Exhale, fold it forward, bending the knees, maybe finding opposite elbows, or maybe you want to stand on your hands with your toes in the wrist crease, or gorilla pose. And maybe rock side to side, or grab opposite elbows, or maybe you just bring your hands to the floor and sway. You feel some opening between the shoulder blades of the back or the back of the legs. And then let's exhale, lifting up to like a neutral spine, be hands on the thighs, bend the knees as much as you need to. And with this flatter back, let's just look over that right shoulder, kind of behind us. And then exhale, look over the left shoulder. And then bring the head back to the middle. Let's bend our knees and then sweep the hands up to the sky, sitting back in our chair. Maybe our chair is really low, maybe the chair is high. Tuck that pelvis. Let the arms up, or maybe they're out, extended. Any variation with the arms, any height of your chair, any width between the feet. Let's breathe in. Exhale, grounding into the beating of your heart, the connection with each other. Let's exhale, shift the weight to the left foot, just lift the right foot up just an inch or so, and then ground the right foot. And then sway into the right foot, lifting the left foot off the ground, strong right leg. Exhale, ground the left foot. Let's rise up. Exhale, fold it forward. And then let's step back to downward facing dog. Stepping one foot back from the other, and then our hands ground, balls of the feet. And if that doesn't feel good for downward facing dog today, maybe bring your knees to the ground and walk your hands forward for puppy pose and melt that heart into the earth. Let's be here for 5 breaths. With each breath, our cells are aligning with support, creating that supportive environment within to receive the support from those around us. Let's inhale, exhale, sigh. Inhale, glance up with those hands and then walk the feet forward. Just little tiny baby steps. Maybe you take monster steps forward, but let the knee forward. Bend the knees again, sit in our chair just for a breath. And then exhale, rise. Hands come to the side. Nice job, guys. Grounding that left foot. Lift that right knee up. Maybe the knees in line with the hip. Maybe it's a little lower. And then close the eyes. See how that feels with the eyes closed. Maybe open them as we bring that knee out to the side. We can extend that leg. Draw that knee in. And then bring it back to the middle. Extend the leg. Yep, and then bend the leg. Extend the leg. Bend it and bring that knee out to the side. And bring the knee back to the middle. Exhale, lower the leg down. Shake it out, maybe hula hoop the hips. Maybe you do the kidney slaps. Shaking out the legs, shaking out the hips. And then find that space to ground the feet. Ground that right foot, lift the left knee up. Sigh, and feel that heartbeat down into the foot, rooting down into the earth. When you're ready, bring that knee out to the side, opening up the hip. And maybe you extend the leg. Maybe the leg shakes a little bit, but you're extending, that's okay. You bend it back in. Bring the knee back to the middle. Extend the leg. Yes. Now bend and plant. And then it's been a couple of weeks since we did this, but if you want, you can woo, hoop and holler. Lift the knee and kick it out. Woo, woo. Yes, guys, this is great, isn't it? That's why we're here. I love it. Yes. And now just get loose. Maybe you do the kidneys last, maybe you shake the hips. Yeah. Maybe you extend the leg forward, you can hinge, and hinge. Whatever you need. A few more breaths, a few more woos, and let's begin standing. Grounding the feet, feeling the heart swell. Maybe lifting the corners of the mouth to the sky. Closing the eyes. And then sweep the hands out to the side. Gather all the love in the air above the head. Exhale, draw it down into your heart. Maybe place your right hand on the heart and your left hand on your right hand. Feeling yourself with this beautiful love of our community, of the people around us. Exhale, shift the weight to the left foot and draw that right knee up. You keep your hands on your heart or anywhere the hands need to go to support you as we hinge forward. Send that right heel back. Maybe you hinge at just a small little angle. Maybe that back leg is not lifted much. Maybe it's lifted way high. We just want to give ourselves an opportunity to have a really strong standing leg. Maybe we draw the awareness to the core and feel those nice, strong ab muscles. Let's exhale, bring that knee back through the middle. Bring it maybe in line with the hip. Extend the leg out in front again. Yeah. You can stay there. Maybe you bend and extend. You can bend, extend, pause for a breath. Exhale, grounding the foot, lower the hands. Shake it out, bending the knees. Maybe we kind of move the knees around in a circle, so we kind of bend forward, move the knees in one way and another. Yep, you can bring your hands on your knees like that, you got it. And then let's rise, grounding the feet, sweeping the arms to the side and up above the head, gathering in all this love, joy, community. Bring it down to our hearts. Place the right hand on the heart, the left hand on the right hand. Drawing in that support for ourselves. We can exhale, ground into that right foot. Then we'll lift that left knee up. Any variation with the hands here, guys, and the arms. And then we'll begin to hinge forward, the heart leads. And then send that left leg back. You can extend the leg long and keep the leg bent. This is about what's supportive for you. Feel the strong side body. Maybe notice the beating of the heart in the chest. Nice job, guys. Just bend that knee, draw it past that right knee, bring the leg in front. Whew, knee in line with the hip, maybe extend the leg, and then bend. And then extend the leg. You got it, bend it. And then ground the foot. Both feet on the ground. Let's open our arms nice and wide to the side. Maybe close the eyes. Drawing energy in through the fingertips, through the crown of the head. Converging at the heart space. And then exhale. Let that be our grounded roots. One more breath in and down. Let's draw our arms above our head. Exhale, hands come in prayer to the heart. Let's ground into that left foot. Lift that right knee, and we're going to step it back. And then plant the right foot to straighten the left leg. And maybe after you get that foot set, you realize you might feel a little more stable with that right foot a little more forward. So both feet are facing forward, but the right foot might be kind of turned out towards the long edge. We're just gonna get our hips nice and stable. And any variation with the arms, breathe in and out. And let's inhale to lift our arms above the head. Biceps on either side of the ear. If you've been Hans and Franzing it and your biceps are bulging, maybe draw the arms out like a goalpost, or you can keep them straight. Now bend that front leg and we're gonna hinge again at the waist. Bring the heart parallel with the floor. Extend through the fingertips and then feel those sits bones reaching back. And maybe notice the low back expanding. Ground that left foot. Maybe you bend that left knee a lot, and that's okay. Now exhale to bring the arms across out to the side and back as if you were swimming through the water. And then sweep the arms forward. Yeah, and then sweep them out to the side. And then the fingers point back, then sweep the arms forward. Let's pause here, arms reaching forward. Yes, inhale. Now let's exhale, shift the weight into that left foot. You can keep the right toes down, or maybe you lift into a warrior three. Or just shift the weight into the left foot and that right toe grounds. Draw the belly button into spine, guys. If that right leg is lifted, lower it down to the toes on the ground. Now lower that toe down. Exhale to lower that right heel down. And then here we are, our arms reach to sky, our heart and shoulders are over our hips. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. And let's pause here with our feet apart. Maybe we close the eyes and we feel ourselves grounded and supported in this new shape. Reminding us that in life, when we're in a new shape or new environment, we can go within and get that support. Whether it be words that we recall from a friend or a loved one, a mantra, a saying, a funny skit that makes us laugh and fills us with strength, or whatever we need. Let's go within. Breathe in. Exhale, open the eyes, bend that front knee, bring your arms out like a T. Step the right foot forward, sweep the arms above the head. Exhale, hands draw to the heart, folding forward, Uttanasana. Let the hands reach towards the floor, or maybe the knees, and we can sway side to side, loosening up that back again. And now let's ground the left foot, lift up to a flat back, step the right foot back, and let's pivot our feet towards the long edge. With our feet nice and wide, we can either stay half folded, or we can fold all the way. We're gonna just feel these feet apart, heart parallel with the ground, or maybe our hands come to the floor for our forward fold. Blocks are really nice here under the hands. Mine are too far away to grab. You have them handy, find a block. Feel yourself grounded through your hands, through your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Another breath in. On an exhale, let's bring ourselves up to a flat back again. So heart's parallel with the floor. Maybe shift the weight into the balls of the feet. You can bend the knees. And then shift it back to the whole foot. Maybe shift it forward in the balls of the feet. And then let the heels rest. Find those feet flat on the ground. Now arms out like a T again. Let's bend the knees as much as we need to bring that left hand to the right thigh and reach the right arm up. Maybe the right arm is just kind of at the side for the twist. That's as far as you go. Maybe you go up further. So find what is going to support you today. Now exhale, bring the hands back under the heart. You can place them on the floor or just let them hover and hang. Now exhale, bring the right hand to the left side. The left arm goes out to the side. Maybe reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, let the hands both meet under heart center. Let them hover and dangle. You can sway back and forth or side to side. Just let the arms go willy-nilly. And now let's bend the knees and then slowly rise up to stand. Our head coming up last, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Nice. Nice job, guys. Let's sweep our arms up to the sky. Bring the palms together. Or you can have them apart, or however you want your hands. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, pivot those feet towards the front, step the right foot forward to meet the left, and then immediately bring that left foot back. And find this nice little stable base with one foot in front of the other, the toes facing forward. The left toes might face out just a little bit. And exhale, bring the arms apart. Bring the hands apart. Now with that front leg bent a lot or a little, let's hinge at the waist. So the heart kind of reaches forward as it goes down. Fingertips reach forward and those sits bones kind of reach for the back. Let's breathe in. Exhale. If your shoulders start to get tired, you can bring your hands to your hips. My shoulders are a little tired today, so I'm gonna bring my hands to the hips. Bring some awareness to the feet, the earth, the side body. Now bend the knee, and let's bring our arms up above the head again. Shoulders come over the hips. Inhale and exhale when you get to the top. Breathe in. Exhale, let's fold it forward again. Hinging at the waist, let's go halfway. And maybe you want to fold over that leg this time, all the way. And that's an option, or reach the hands forward. Nice job, guys. Let's breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Let's inhale to rise, lifting the shoulders back over the hips. Now bring the arms out like a T. Let's pivot that left foot towards the long edge. So the left toe points towards the long edge, the right toe goes forward. And let's open our arms out to reach front to back. So the right toe towards the short edge, the left toe towards the long edge, and our arms are, reaching short to short. Let's reach past that right foot and maybe we hinge a little. You can get that left hand on the hip or maybe to the sky. Maybe when you get here, you're like, oh, I want my feet way wider. And bring your feet wider. This might resemble Trikonasana. And fill yourself with breath and peace. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Nice job, Graham. Exhale, bring the arms back up. Maybe notice the breath filling the body when we have our arms, our chest up and our arms out. Now pivot the right foot towards the long edge, left foot towards the short edge. Adjust those feet. Then reach the left hand over, past that left foot. Then bring that left hand on the inside of the left leg as we hinge at the waist. Right arm can reach up. Maybe it's on that hip again. Gazing up towards the heavens or maybe down towards the earth. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale. Now exhale to bring the left hand towards the front, right arm towards the back, extending through the fingertips. Good. Exhale, bring that left foot to face the long edge. Now maybe you want goalpost arms again. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can pivot the toes towards the corners of the mat. And then let's squat down, bending the knees. You can bring the knees towards the pinky edge side of the foot. Maybe here you have a mantra such as touchdown, Kansas City, that will fill your heart with joy. We have another mantra. Say it to yourself a couple times. Something that always makes your heart fill with joy. Option to stay here for 2 more breaths, or you can straighten those legs and extend the arms to the side for extended mountain pose. Nice job, guys. Inhale. Good, yes, bring those hands down. Let's pivot the feet towards the long edge. Pause for a breath, sigh. Feel some steadiness in your physical being. Now let's heel toe our feet together. Bending the knees, we'll hinge forward into a forward fold. And then we'll exhale down, coming onto the mat. Coming into a seated position, bringing the heels out in front, the toes to the sky. Move those buttermilk biscuits out of the way so the sits bones can really ground. And then maybe the heels are into the mat. And now we have a couple options here. We can either keep those heels on the ground and recline back and let those hands kind of hover, reaching the palms shining towards one another, reaching forward. Maybe we lift one heel off the ground, lower down, and then the other. Maybe we just stay still, but feel some strength. Maybe a lot of burn in the core area. Maybe you lift both knees or both heels off the floor. Just a couple breaths. Just a little more burn. And then let's relax. Maybe that means we lift forward. Maybe we bring our hands to the side behind us. And now let's make our way to our back. So maybe you lower down from your Navasana to your back. Maybe you roll to one side and recline onto the floor, right back to where we started on our backs. And we'll draw our knees into the chest and we'll roll side to side. Let's extend our left leg to sky and then bring that right ankle below that left knee. And we'll find our figure 4. So maybe our hands are going to release behind the hamstring. Yeah, nice job, guys. Or maybe it's on the shin. Or you can keep that left leg long. It's always an option to lower that foot down to the ground and rest that ankle on the leg and just let the foot be on the ground and that knee leg rest on the left leg. Maybe you begin to bring your awareness to your breath. And inhale for a count of 4. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let go of the hands if they're clasped on the leg. Lower the left foot down. Bring the right leg to sky and the left leg can meet it. If you want to let the feet separate nice and wide, maybe ski across the sky for a couple swaths, go ahead and do so. And then come into that figure 4 on the other side whenever you're ready. You can bend that right leg and the left ankle just below that knee. And then find that sweet spot if you're going to bring that right foot to the floor and let the leg rest. If you're going to hug those legs into the chest. And then perhaps settling back into our breath, inhaling for 1, 2. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 1, 2. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3. And when you're ready, just gently letting go of this shape. Maybe finding any other shape that's going to be supportive for your practice before you find Shavasana. Maybe you're like, heck yeah, I'm ready for Shavasana. So find whatever you need. Feel your breath in whatever shape you're in. Bring your awareness to that heart. Nestled safely in your chest. And then soften your physical body. Softening your mind. And dropping into this final shape of support for your being. You can relax the face, the eyes, the cheeks. Maybe sweep the tongue across the inside of the cheeks and across the gums, and then relax the mouth. In our stillness of Shavasana, it allows our system to integrate the benefits of our practice on every level. So it's as though our cells are being programmed with support. Being programmed with what it feels like to be supported. So as we rest, allow that subtle body to work its magic. Your body to take care of itself, as it has done for so long. Let the shoulder blades relax. If you'd like to close your practice with a pranayama of your choice, you can slowly rise to a seated position. Practice some pranayama for the closing few minutes of class. Otherwise, just remain in Shavasana to program and rest. Let's exhale, inhale, and exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.